This is Marla Martenson. You are watching another episode of Conversations with Cupid, and I am here with David Wygant.
Hey, Marla.
Hey, you're looking good.
You too. I like the glasses.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I used to have 20/20 vision, and not so much anymore.
Yeah, me either. So don't worry about it.
My arm's not long enough. So everybody, David is an amazing coach for over nearly over 20 years. You've been earning the trust of American men and women looking to transform their love lives. And I love it that you say, you're a regular guy, and you say, do you honestly think that just because someone has a PhD in psychology or communication that they're qualified to give you dating advice?
No.
No. So,
not at all.
Wouldn't you rather hear it from a good old-fashioned mature guy who's been taking risks out in the real world? And so you're helping everybody kind of navigate this crazy world.
I am.
And you wrote a couple books, Always Talk to Strangers and Naked.
And I got tons of programs and products and everything else. So, yeah, I'm busy.
All right, great. Well, I'm going to put up all your links so people can connect with you. But I just wanted to do a short interview today about dating tips for men, because men are my paying clients, and the men come to me because they're ready for a relationship, or they've been divorced and they want to meet somebody again, or they want to get married and have kids. I would love your best tips on what a guy can do when they go to a matchmaker, they go online, and they're ready and they're looking. I find that maybe they come with too long of a list, or they feel like a kid in a candy store. There's some kind of disconnects. What are your best tips for guys to be successful when they're
Or they're unrealistic. That's the biggest thing. I mean, they're 52 years old, and all of a sudden they think they're going to be George Clooney, and they want a young girl. I mean, that to me is the biggest, most immature aspect of like what I find a lot of men, is that all of a sudden you think you're so worthy of a young woman when you haven't even done any work on yourself. You're overweight, you're balding, whatever it might be, and just because you decide that that's what you want doesn't mean that they want you, and you get frustrated. I've seen so many man babies, literally, almost like they need a pacifier because they get so upset. So be realistic. It's like embrace wherever you're at in your life. There's so many women that are of all age groups that are really fantastic women. They're in great shape, they're smart, but stop going for the physical side so much, because you'll find if you're a 52-year-old guy, there's a lot of beautiful 45-year-old women out there that are absolutely stunning. So they have to stop thinking so much about the age and start looking in the mirror a little bit. Because unless they're really ripped and in great shape and they've been successful with women their whole life, that hottie 30-year-old is just, I'm sorry, she's only after your wallet, plain and simple.
Yeah, I did tell a client this morning, we had a chat, because he's in his late 50s, and he says, Marla, I'm still thinking, I really need to date younger, and why not have more kids? My kids are grown. And I said, are you open to meeting a money-motivated woman in her 30s? Because usually if a woman's 35, she's not going to want to meet a guy who's almost 60 to have kids with. And I get that a lot. I feel that the guys are cursed because they're wanting this. They're so visual, David. I mean, what if they say, well, I can't help it. I like what I like.
But that's also so self-centered and unfair. You're 59 years old. You meet somebody of kids in 3 years. Are you that much of a self-centered, pompous asshole? Your kids, you're 63. You're lucky if you make it to 75, 80. So basically what you're doing is you're taking these kids. You're going to be a decent father for a few years. Then you're going to start not moving as much. Then all of a sudden you're going to start to croak and you're going to die. And these kids are going to lose you at 15, 16, and 17 years old. That's just not fair. It's not fair at all. And maybe, and the reason why a lot of guys want more kids is a lot of the times they were so mediocre the first time around, that they want to have, kids a second time around. And it's just, kids are not objects that you use to validate yourself with. I'm sorry, and if I'm being harsh, I can be even harsher, because this kind of behavior pisses me off.
Well, and I think maybe the guys are saying they want more kids as just an excuse to date younger, too, to make it candy-coated or something. I don't know.
Embrace your age, where you're at. Stop the madness.
Stop the madness. We have such an issue in in our culture, right? About age. I mean, it's such an issue with the dating.
It is, and your Viagra-induced cock is in your older hips are not gonna be able to keep up with it. It's like just let it go. You know, there's so many other things in life. My God, if you're 59 years old and you're still validated by that you got a hot girl, there's so much more fun things in life than that superficial side of being validated because you got hooked up with a hot woman. It's not even if you've evolved as a human being, you know, and you've grown as a human being, that stuff doesn't matter at all.
Now, I find it's the guys with a lot of bucks, you know, the affluent men who think, well, I deserve, you know, so, because you're not going to find a guy who's making, you know, 30, 40, 50,000 a year going for the, you know, Heidi Klums or the girls that are going to the Playboy Mansion. They can't attract it because those girls are so hot they can date the rich guys. So the wealthier guys, they think, well, I've got the money. Well, I deserve a hot young woman.
I got the money, and I don't have that ego. I don't have that anymore.
Okay,
And,
I love to find a way to get the guys to think a little bit differently. I mean, you're just putting it out there. Just, you know, change your mind and think differently. But is there
embrace where you're at in life? It's because these guys are geeks. Basically, they're frustrated geeks, and if they were really cool, they would have embraced every aspect of their life. When I was in my 20s, I got laid by lots of hot girls in their 20s, and I really enjoyed it, and I've been good with women my entire life, and it's never been an issue, and I'm 52 years old right now, and you know what? Women are a pain in the ass, most of them. It's like, I've been through the gamut, I've enjoyed them, but most of them are a pain in the ass, and I know that. And I don't need to go and get validated and listen to her yap, 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 yap crap, because to get a woman that's actually evolved, that's done the work on herself, that's my equal, they're few and far between. So the fact is, it's like, I don't need to go get laid on Friday night by some hottie that's just going to drive me nuts in every other aspect of my life. And that's what these guys are not doing. They're not enjoying it. To me, money is great. I love going to great hotels. And I love flying business class, and I love enjoying money and buying myself things that I want and doing great things with it. I don't need to have a project. You know, my penis is no longer ruling me. And I think most of these guys are ruled by their dicks.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm seeing. All right. So thank you. And I highly recommend that any guys that, you know, I know guys can sometimes be embarrassed or not feel that they need some coaching or help, but I think you can really, you know, you're helping a lot of people. And I just want to talk about one other thing in this one, and we'll do another interview another time, so we'll touch on some other things. But texting, I watched a video that you did, and I'll put a link to that. But you know, texting, Facebook, and stuff, it can really screw up dating. First dates, you get the wrong impression. You say a joke, they don't get it. How is that really, you know, screwing? Should they text or not? What's the deal?
Oh, yeah, women, like, you know, here's the deal. Women want you to call, but you know that. It's like, you know, hey, we want you to call, and then we call, you never pick up the phone, and then you text us and say, hey, I got your message. So women are totally contradictory. I mean, we could do an entire episode on the contradictions of what women say and what they really want. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, it's texting is personality. It's like, always bring her back to the moment. You know, it's like, it's a continuation of conversation. It's like, it's flirting. And we couldn't even cover the do's and don'ts of texting in the span of this time. And I've got a full program on texting for that reason, because you've got to show personality, charm. You got to know when to use the smiley face. I mean, it's everything. She's passing that text around like, ooh, you should have seen what this guy did and what he said. Can you believe it? You know, it's proof. There's consistent proof out there of the dumb things that you say. And I have found so many men are terrible at, so are women. So, you know, it's like, I'm not busting men's balls right now, but so many women, like, women are one-word answer people. What are we supposed to do with that one-word answer? Yeah. Men don't even know how to flirt, half of them, so they're really bad. And there's one thing I will tell men, never put LOL down. You look like a little teenage girl, okay? LOL, really? Laugh out loud? Oh my God, that's so gay, it's unbelievable. It's the most feminine thing in the entire world. You're like a teenager, okay? Never put anything like that. Smiley face is great. Hey, looking forward to meeting you later, smiley face. You know, when in doubt, if you have a joke, put a smiley face, because if there is no smiley face, she might misinterpret it. She might think that you're an asshole or sarcastic or whatever it might be. So, Keep it light. Keep it
And I
easy.
would say for guys, don't ask the girl to send more pictures of herself. Don't send a picture
No.
of your junk or your with your no shirt on. Don't send any pictures. You know, maybe the sunset. This is what I'm looking at right now. You know, or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, they do that too much with the pictures. The pictures. Can I see 4 more pictures of you? No, you've already seen. If you've seen her body from head to toe, she's going to be uglier in person. They all are. Women know angles, okay? It's like, let's get real. They take pictures from side angles, upside down, all around the town. You know, what I always tell guys all the time, when you see if you like the ugliest picture she sent you, then you'll like her in person most likely.
That's
You know, but
awesome.
women never look like their pictures ever. It's rare, and then sometimes they even look better. So you know what? Stop collecting pictures until you see them face to face. You're not going to know if they're hot or not.
Right, and you want to see the chemistry and the way they speak and if they're articulate and there's a that chemistry there that you can't, because I'll have guys say, oh, I'll send him a photo of a girl and some info. Well, I don't have any chemistry with her. Of course you don't have chemistry with the picture. You can't have chemistry with the picture.
No, it's like, why not just keep dating Tinder at that point? You know, it's just, it's crazy. You just got to meet. You got to take the chance and say, I'm going to meet her.
Take a chance.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to meet her. And if I'm not attracted to her, I'm going to treat her really nice for a couple hours. I'm going to buy her dinner. I'm going to treat her nice. I'm going to have a drink with her, whatever it might be. And then I'm just going to let her go. And I'm going to tell her, I don't feel anything. I'm not going to lead her on. I'm not going to try to sleep with her just because my penis wants action that night. I'm just going to treat her well.
Thank you, David. I love it. All right. Well, thank you for your tips and your insight and your brash, kind of abrasive East Coast honesty. I love it.
Hey, you got to be honest. Someone needs to be honest with them.
Well, you say the things that I really can't, I mean.
I know.
So.
That's why I'm doing this for you.
I love you. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.